All right, good morning, Keller Williams One Chicago. As you guys were aware, the snowstorm that hit us hard also hit most of the nation here, the country, and even down all the way down in Texas where they had rolling blackouts. So as a result of that, I know there were some technical difficulties for people getting into some of the sessions that actually started yesterday. A lot of the leadership sessions actually started yesterday. So a couple things, best practices from what I'm understanding is to use a different browser than Chrome, So you got Firefox here is the one I'm gonna use today to see if that also helps with some of the technical difficulties of Chrome. Okay, so again, yesterday with the snowstorm that hit pretty much the entire country, there were rolling blackouts in Texas, which caused some technical difficulties on some of the sessions being displayed properly. Also, we were told that Google Chrome was also acting up, so they're recommending potentially Firefox that I'm using now. And if you're a Mac user, maybe try Safari. I know normally they're like, don't use Safari for command. However, you want to have backup options for yourself. So download Firefox if you're a Windows person and try Safari. All right, so here we are, today's big sessions. Let's look at the full agenda here. So unfortunately with the snowstorm, they were going to live stream the sessions in the various market centers. I'm gonna see, and I'll see if they can post an update on that. Maybe they'll be able to do a Facebook Live in our on our Facebook. So that might be a way for us to see it. All right, so for today, let's see what are the general sessions. The vision speech and state of our company. These two, in my opinion, are must watch. If you're paying attention to what's going on in the real estate market, you have to watch these to see what's going on with the state of real estate in general, and then how our company is looking to combat that and stay ahead of that. Gary Keller from many years has stated that Zillow is a threat to us. And we are seeing that coming true more and more. So the vision speech is a definite must watch. And I think Kara is joining us. Kara, do we have a plan B for live streaming this? Are we going to do it live to Facebook maybe?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think sometimes this is also available on KW Connect, but I'm looking for it right now, and we'll let everybody know. And worst case scenario, we'll live stream it to the Facebook group.
Okay, I'll take a look as well. I'll reach out to Mike Hillary to see if he's got other options. But Carol, would you agree that the vision speech and state of the company are must watch, even if you're not a Keller Williams agent?
Yeah, I mean, I think Gary is regarded as probably one of the smartest men in real estate. And he's been collecting data for so long. It's amazing to go to family reunion, go to the state of the company, and then like 2 years later or 3 years later, have things come true that he predicted based on data,
Yeah.
based on facts, previously. And there have been times, I mean, for years where he was like, I don't know why we're still in a seller's market. I don't know, because the data says this, that, or the other. Yeah, it's if you go to nothing else, the vision speech and the state of the company address are I would say, the two most important things to attend for family reunion.
Yeah. And Kara, I did mention
Yeah.
that, if people are having issues with Chrome, to go to an alternate browser such as Firefox or Safari. I know that
Yeah.
was a problem with some people yesterday.
Yeah, I had the same problem in Google Chrome. I went to Edge, I think. What do I have here on my Microsoft Edge? I just happen to have, and that worked just fine. So yeah, if you're getting an error message, try getting out of Google and going to a different browser.
Yeah, yeah. And again, these are must watch sessions if you have any inkling of staying in real estate for longer than the next 3 to 5 years. Because I do think our industry is being threatened by Zillow. It's the face of our industry is definitely going to change. It's just a matter of how quickly and how quickly we are able to stay ahead of it. And Gary Keller, this is why I'm a Keller Williams agent. He truly saw and predicted that it's all about the data, capturing the data. And I saw a video just the other day where it was explained that, if all the Keller Williams agents started using Command and rolling out our website as the search engine of source choice for our properties, we could put a big damper on eyes on Zillow.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about the state of the company and the vision speech, I posted a couple of days ago on our Facebook group a message from a KW agent in Alexandria, Virginia. His name is Abraham Walker, where he took the family reunion vision speech from 2018, I think, and cropped it down to like a 2.5 minute video. And Gary literally predicted what we're seeing now, which is why, 4 years ago, he invested so much of his own money. I think he pledged $1 billion of his own money to make the tech happen. And so while we know that doesn't always work exactly the way we want it to, and it's, we've been building it out and building it wide and working and building it deep, that the reason behind all of that is so that we as real estate agents have a career line ahead of us in the years ahead, so that we are not removed from this transaction, from this process, because of technology, right? That the technology enhances what we bring to the table. So remembering the reasons behind, we didn't just go build tech because we thought it was going to be fun, right? We've been building tech and from the ground up, right? We're not using any other party's platforms unless we purchase the platform to build this, so that we have 100% control over our technology and our data. So
yeah, one of the things that I heard was, considering we have 160 plus thousand agents, if each of us had 1,000 people in our database and we each shared the app, that's going to be 1.6 million eyes looking at our platform. And
yeah,
I am registering my clients to use our app, and I'm not getting much resistance from it. They are going on there and liking properties. So not everyone, right? Not everyone, but a lot of them are. And
sure.
it's exciting to see that take place, especially if you as the agent initiate, don't come out and say, hey, use my app, because everyone's going to be like, why would I use your app? Actually send it to them with searches already set up. And I've done some training classes, and I'll continue to do training classes on that to show you how easy it is to set up a search that you set it up for them, not waiting for them to set it up for themselves. So then they're getting those emails automatically from you.
It's also about the script, right? Like you said, don't ask them to download your app. If you make it part of the process, right? Okay, we're gonna, here's the, we're having the buyer consultation. this is how this is what the process looks like. This is what we're going to do. Here's the paperwork we're going to sign now to, start getting you in front of properties. Here's the next steps that we're going to take. I just sent you a link for an app, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's the messaging, right? It's the script. If you make it a part of, hey, this is normal, this is part of the process, they go like, okay, cool. It's part of the process.
Yeah. And I'm showing here, there's other ways for you to, if you are part of a family reunion, you'll have access to the exhibit hall. And, I'm going to focus mostly on the technology side of things, but you can see here, there's a schedule for setting up and sharing your app, collaborating with your clients, setting and sharing your app, search and collaborating with your clients. This is the one I'm mostly talking about, the searching and collaborating with your clients and being proactive on that. But there's plenty of other options for you to go to. Listing tools, let's just randomly look at that. Command your transactions, professional services and enablement. So you can see the various schedule, creating your checklist, offers and commissions. So you can learn a lot by being here if you wanted to all day. There's just so much here for you. Now, obviously, I think it's must watch the general sessions, the vision, state of the company.
So Joe, if you go in and heart those exhibit hall sessions, then those get saved to your platform, right?
Yep. Thank you, Anne, for pointing that out.
I'm clarifying for myself because there's some
Yeah.
things that I haven't been able to find yet.
Oh, so you see here, I already have hearted those two. So if I went to my agenda,
Yep.
you can see they're showing up. So you can
Done.
pre-plan your day as to how you're going to do things. And you can see here, breakout with Gary Keller, leadership that lasts. So you can see I've got quite a few already liked. And, there's just so much content that's going to be coming at us. And, I would say buddy up with someone to say, hey, I'm going to watch this, you watch that, we'll take notes and talk about it later. The other thing to mention, and Sarah pointed out yesterday, is all of these videos are going to be accessible for us that have registered for MAPS, I think up to 60 days, maybe even longer.
Till April, I saw that, yeah.
Okay, so if you missed something, jot it down. Say, hey, I really wanted to see this so that you'll remember going forward.
I also think an important note on that is that those videos are sometimes not available for a couple of weeks because they're editing them or whatever and getting them put in a more permanent location. So if you're hoping to watch it later today, it's probably not going to be available later today, and it will be available at some point.
Yep, that's a good point. Obviously some of these, or most of these are live, most of them. Some of them are already actually videotaped and will be available immediately. But the ones that are live, they have to go through a legalese process to make sure no one said anything during the live cast. So they do have to scrub some of these, especially anything that's live. Right, someone picking a nose in the middle of the screen, they might want to edit that out.
Unless it's Gary.
All right, so that's kind of what I wanted to go over today. Is there's just a bunch of things to do today. Consider using a different browser. You can see here I've got Firefox. Kara mentioned Edge worked for her, and I think you said Safari worked for you. So if it's not working on Chrome, and hopefully the rolling blackouts, that also didn't help with their technology on their end. Anyone see that video where there was a power line that you could actually see a power surge going across the line? It was pretty impressive.
I saw it. It was on Facebook.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's crazy.
All right, that's all I have for today. Let's rock it.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Joe.